Can I pour it directly in the can?
I suppose you could. It's kind of weird.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Salty Nerd Podcast. We're talking Twisters 2024. Newest movie just came out this week.
Because if you feel it,
Chase it. I dig it. I'm joined, as always, by Dutch Butters. What's up, dude?
Hey, man. Oh, I almost gave the Helldivers.
Yeah,
it's a habit now.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
you guys are in a cult.
Kind of are.
Helldivers. Must,
Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior?
must make oil.
Judah's also here.
Hello.
Rocking that cowgirl hat. I dig it.
Feel it. I'm ready to wrangle some tornadoes.
What a fun movie. Matthew Kadish is also here.
I am also here, yes.
What's up, dude?
Not a whole lot.
All right, here we go. We're talking about this movie. Is it worth going in theaters? We'll let you know by the end of the podcast. Jude,
Yes.
take it away.
All right. 2024 Twisters, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours and 2 minutes. This had a budget of $200 million.
Jesus.
And in its opening weekend made $124 million.
Not a bad little
Pretty good.
movie.
It's on a good way. It's on a good start.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
this movie cost $200 million.
That's
Yeah, why did it
insane.
cost $200 million?
Get the fuck out of here. $200 million.
They got twins!
For a couple of fucking pickup trucks to drive around in Oklahoma somewhere?
I don't know, man.
It's like the shooting location can't be that expensive.
It's like, is Glen Powell getting $20 million a movie now or something like that?
Jesus, that's expensive. What did the first one cost? What did the Bill Paxton movie?
That can't be right. $200 million? For
That's
real?
like
Is that real?
That's like an Avengers movie budget.
That can't be real.
For this little Twisters movie?
I'm not like saying you're wrong, but that sounds ridiculous.
Dude, Hollywood's a money laundering scheme.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Y'all
just-
are
I'm
mad.
sorry. There was no big money,
too
no
much.
big money actors
No,
in here.
that's too much
There
money.
was no $20 million bullshit Robert Downey Jr. actors.
The
going
CGI
on.
for the tornadoes is cloud effects.
It was. I mean, the CGI was better in the fucking first movie.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Woo! It didn't look any fucking different. All right.
Can I do the synopsis?
No.
Yeah, please.
We're getting to the bottom of this.
I want to
$200
know
million.
where that money went because I want a piece of it. If they're just spreading hundreds of millions of dollars around, I
The
want a little
original
bit.
Twister was $92 million.
No, it's 20 years ago. That's crazy.
Almost half the budget. For,
They need all them little sensors to put wings on it.
we had to buy a bunch of Pepsi cans.
Yeah, according to Google, it's a $200 million.
Wow.
God, that's a lot
That's
of money,
bullshit.
dude.
There's some shady
Well,
shit.
suddenly
going-
you believe it if it comes out of the mouth of a man.
Look, man, I'm not
it's-
saying nothing, but I think that baseball player's interpreter might be having something to do with this stuff.
What is that?
The money laundering guy.
I'm telling
the
you,
guy
dude, it's real.
the gambler dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hollywood's a money
that's
money
insane.
laundering scheme.
That's insane.
Because then they claim a loss, and then their taxes are lower.
Whatever.
Oh, I think I just cracked the code.
Ooh,
Oh. All right, Jude, take it away.
If you feel it, chase it. Chad Radwell wears the hell out of a cowboy hat while he and his ragtag team of YouTubers play Tornado. Meanwhile, Kate, a traumatized ex-storm chaser, thinks she's out but gets pulled back in by Javi, the only surviving member of her team 5 years earlier. She's got a plan to wrangle the tornado, but needs help from the rocket-wielding cowboy to break this wild, windy stallion. Yeehaw. Discuss.
All right, I got a couple issues with this
Ugh.
movie.
Okay.
I liked
Is
it.
it the science?
Well, listen, I have some questions about the legitimacy of what they're doing here.
We're gonna get some flour
So-
and some shit.
We're gonna make sourdough bread in the
We're
freaking
gonna
cloud.
put diapers up in there.
We're gonna get
Bro.
some diapers. We're gonna put them in a blender. Then we're gonna fill up these buckets. Okay. We're gonna we're gonna
put
get
some dandruff shampoo. in
yeah
it.
yeah. And then we're gonna get that sucked up in tornado. I guess I am a little slurry.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna dissipate the tornado.
Mhm.
But first, the whole first movie was like even being able to get in front of a tornado is a problem.
Yeah.
Now they just fucking drive into the middle of it.
Now
Right.
three guys have to
But-
coordinate getting around the tornado.
Remember when we talked about Twister?
Yes.
You literally said, why don't they just put that shit on a trailer? Park the trailer in front of the tornado
And drop the trailer
and drop
off.
the trailer off
Yes.
and go. From the very beginning of the movie.
Yep.
The tornado.
That's what they were
rodeo-
doing.
That's what they were
rodeo
doing.
guys heard you.
Yeah. Good deal.
It was like
This
I almost-
director that made
I
this
almost
movie's got a
started-
brain. He's got a
I
brain.
almost started laughing out loud in the theater. It's like, Salty was right. Oh my God, these people have a little bit of a brain.
Yeah.
But
Good stuff.
So it was pretty funny.
No, I like the movie. I mean, it's almost a shot for shot remake of the original. Like they have so many nods and winks, and the basic structure of the plot is the same as the first movie. There's a traumatic event at the beginning. The person is out. They come back into the game. They have a new technology they want to use. They go through it. There's a disaster midway through that affects them personally.
There's a twin tornado.
There's a twin tornado. It
Yeah.
is beat by beat the same movie.
I heard Bill Paxton's son made a cameo. I don't know in what scene.
I
though.
did
I
not
don't
know
know.
that. I
He was
don't know.
probably one of the stoner YouTuber dudes.
You got your ragtag group of YouTubers.
Yeah.
Back then, they were just like ragtag stormtroopers.
Okay,
Now they're YouTubers.
Time out.
Yeah. What's up?
We are YouTubers.
Yes.
Okay. How did the representation of YouTubers?
Oh, I didn't
make
mind
you
it at
guys
all.
feel?
I didn't mind it at all.
I
I thought it was
liked it.
super accurate.
Did you?
Yep.
I thought it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh,
They didn't shit
like-
on him in any way.
it's like I
they
asked
didn't
my-
make him look
I
like
asked my wife when
dirtbags.
we were watching, so I go, "You want a T-shirt with Dutch butters on it? I can make that happen."
I kind of do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
And she's all, "No."
The big difference is that in the movie they had like
A million
over,
subs.
over 2 million.
No, it was just what they
subscribers.
said. We almost have 1 million subs, is what he said.
Yeah, yeah, they just cracked a
almost
million.
We just cracked it.
Which is great. They got a gold
Yeah.
placket.
Yeah.
You know, good for you. Or is it silver? Which is it?
It's gold.
The gold. Okay.
I think
They already had a
the
silver.
only thing the thing that was the most unrealistic was like how famous they are when they like roll up to
Well,
roll
they-
up to town.
I don't know
Everybody's
if
like,
that's-
oh my
I
God,
don't
it's Tyler.
No, I think that's completely
Look,
accurate.
look,
You look
because-
at our friends like Gary. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
1 million subs. He's got whole events
He was-
planned.
he was
People
cra-
fly in to come and
Right.
see him.
He was doing events, filling up that bar when he had 300,000 subs.
Yeah.
I guess you're
So
right.
yeah,
And
it was-
it would probably be a thing where like somebody would post like, oh, we're gonna chase.
We're gonna
this
be
storm,
at- yeah, we're gonna be in this
you're
location.
right, you're
Yeah.
right.
And Gary's nowhere near as handsome as Glen Powell.
True.
You said that, not me.
but yeah, I mean,
I think
I just curious what our thought was of their attitude towards these freaking YouTube.
I didn't have a problem with it at all. I
So-
thought it was very accurate. I don't think they made them look like dirtbags in any way.
I mean,
I
they
think
were
looked-
all a little smelly, a little dirty.
Oh, that one
little
chick looked
unclean,
homeless.
little
That one
homeless
chick-
looking. But let me tell
Did
you
you
something.
recognize her?
Oh yeah, she's from Utopia.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we I mean, they might as well just be convention nerds because the smell is probably the same,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
right? The hygiene is probably about the same.
They're just living out of the back of their truck, man, sleeping on the dirt. You know.
You guys tried to get me to buy an air purifier after the last convention.
we
Remember?
definitely need one of those. Definitely need one of those.
Yeah, it was funny because like the corporate shills, like they were looking and acting just like the Carrie Elways.
Oh, dude,
carriers.
they picked the perfect guy to represent
the new Superman.
the new. Yeah, he's the new Superman, right? He looks like such a douchebag in this movie.
does.
He fits it so well. But that was one of my like. I enjoyed the heck out. Oh my god, I can't talk. I enjoyed the heck out of this movie as like a summer blockbuster. Going to the theater, I took my kid. I was with you guys. I had a good time. I think it was so structured similar to the first movie. The only thing that I noticed that was different is what actually I had an issue with is this idea that they couldn't have just a black and white good team, bad team.
Right.
They had to have some kind of a gray character who kind of mingles
Yeah.
between the two. And he's on the corporate shill bad guy team, but we like him because he used to be with the chick at the beginning of the movie.
He's just a little lost.
If you cut him out of this entire movie, I think it would have been better. And I'm not saying that because I don't like the actor. I've seen him in a bunch of different things. He's a cool guy. Whatever, it's fine. This character took me out of enjoying the movie because I'm like, these corporate douchebags are out here swooping in and taking land aggressively, like loan sharks coming in and taking land from people who had their house destroyed.
What I was impressed with this movie is that they made that loan shark guy, the big evil land baron. They made him an Indian.
Were you impressed with that?
I was, because normally in most movies that would have been made today,
Yeah.
that would have been some evil white.
Would have been like
corporate
Gavin
guy.
Newsom or something.
It would have been some white dude.
Yeah.
But for some reason they made him some tribal guy. I was like, oh, okay.
Just trying to-
That's
I'm not gonna make the
I'm
joke.
not even joking. That's
I
what
get
it's
it.
weird to me.
Well, this movie,
So-
I will give credit to the director of this movie. He said, "I'm not here to send a message to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm here to just make an entertaining movie." That is his idea of how to make movie. I'm like, by all means, give this guy Star Wars, like the whole thing. Just give it all to him. If he's not interested in making a message and he just wants to
Yeah.
make a fun movie,
That's fine.
I'm all for it. Give this guy more movies.
My
But this Javi guy, dude, he just, I don't know. I feel like it would have been better if this Kate girl who had the accident happen at the beginning of the movie. It was traumatic. She lost her whole team. If she would have been like, I'm done with storm chasing, and then the Chad dude, what's his name?
Chad.
Is it literally Chad? The Chad of
Chad.
Oh,
Hey,
Tyler,
Chad.
Sorry. Tyler would have like maybe have heard about her or something like that. And as he's growing his channel, he's like, hey, I need you because we want to do something to help. You were the last person to be doing this weird science experiment thing, trying to convince her to come on his team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the dynamic would have worked better. I think it would have been a more of a, like her facing her fears. The way they did it now with like her being on the corporate side of things and she was working for the bad guys for a little while. And then she realized they're piles of shit. I thought that was just, it was too much of a distraction. Like just black and white, good guy, bad guy, done.
I would have done a couple things differently.
What's that?
So first off, the girl, whatever the main character is, the main character, she's basically,
Kate.
She is literally
Helen Hunt.
She's Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton
Mixed together. Yep.
Molded together.
I'm cool with that.
And I just didn't really like that.
You didn't like that?
No, they should have made her mom Helen Hunt.
That would have been
They
cool.
should have made Joe Harding her mom. She should have been the next generation. And it would have made sense because they're still using the old Dorothy things.
Yeah.
You know, they said all these Dorothy things are old and ancient. You know, why do we
from the 90s?
They literally said that in the movies. Like it's old tech. You know. And I would have changed the Javi character. I would have made her boyfriend who died at the beginning, covering her. I would have made him live, but they would have split up over their grief and stuff, over the end. And then he comes back 5 years later as the corporate stooge, like Javi.
Oh.
And then there's a love triangle between.
Well, they tried to do that with Javi, but
no, that never worked.
That's what I'm saying.
But there would have been a cool love triangle
At one point, he's like, "I would have done anything for you," and then that's the moment you see her go, "Oh,
and and
like you see it in her face, like." Really?
Because there was no. It's like we knew she was going to hook up with Cowboy
Tyler.
Yeah. It's like
who wouldn't?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But
sorry, Javi is no match for Tyler over here. You know what I mean?
I took my wife to this.
Did you see that man wearing a t-shirt?
God damn.
Jesus.
He's a pretty good looking dude. I took my wife to this.
Yeah.
And she fell asleep twice.
No way.
She was tired, but she tries. She was just having a rough day. But wake up! What are you doing? Wake up! No, it's a true story. She's gonna kill me if she listens.
She doesn't listen.
But she doesn't. She doesn't listen to our show. But we're walking out, and I go, and she looks at me, and she goes, "Did you like that?" And I'm like, eh. I go, "Did you like it?" She goes, "It was a chick flick. It was a romance movie."
Whoa!
And I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. It was.
Well,
It
the
was
first one had romance.
It might as well just be a Lifetime movie with tornadoes. That's kind of what I got.
I don't know about that.
I did.
don't
That's
know
what
about
I got. I did.
I will say this. I brought my 9-year-old Andrew with
Uh-huh.
us, and he just recently watched the first one, like maybe 2 weeks ago.
I bet he liked the first one better. He better have liked the
first thing he does when he walks out. He goes, "Dad, I like the first one better."
My boy, I like that kid.
Yes,
that kid got it. He's got his shit going on.
He's got it. He's got it figured out.
I brought my son
Yeah.
with us. And as soon as Tyler comes on screen, my son goes, "I like that guy. He's not afraid of anything."
Cool.
I was
He's
like,
got a
"I like
cowboy
him too,
hat.
but
He's cool. He's cool. Yeah.
I mean, anybody who has a truck that has drills,
The
on
drills
it.
that go down.
That's kind of cool.
Listen,
It's kind of bullshit.
that was kind
No,
of my
but
biggest
it was
problem
kinda
with this.
cool.
I was like, that's just mud. You said
Yeah.
it goes down 2 feet?
2 feet of mud?
Your truck's gone.
yeah. Well, there are legitimate storm chasers. God dang it! This freaking Tito's, man.
Yeah.
You guys haven't drank on the show in a
I
while.
know.
Legitimate
we haven't
storm
even drank hardly
chasers.
anything.
Who go out there who do have vehicles that can park themselves and sustain like
Do they have
an
YouTube
F3 or
channels?
something.
I want to see this.
They do. You
I
can
want
go-
to see.
you
I
can
want
use-
to. I do. I
They
wanna
do.
see
They have
this.
YouTube channels dedicated to this stuff.
That
These
sounds
guys go
cool.
out there and do
And
this
he
stuff.
even said at one point, my truck's rated for F1.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
like,
So that's why
I told you guys last week. I go, I think I would like to be one of those people that goes out there and chases storms
I'm down.
on a vacation, but now I don't want it.
Why?
You want to borrow my hat?
I don't want to be one of those
I'll borrow your hat.
because
not gonna
I'll feel
fit your
like
head.
I'm being some dickhead getting in the way of science.
It's not going to fit your head.
Oh, it looks. There you go. Oh, there you
If
go.
you feel it, chase it.
yeah.
Damn, it looks good
It
on you.
looks pretty good. You
Don't
look
stretch
you
my
look
hat
hot.
out.
I'm not going to stretch. It's a nice hat though.
I know.
But yeah,
So
I don't know.
the only issue I have is with Javi. He was the biggest thing that took me out of the movie. But other than that, I just couldn't help but laugh at this girl's plan on how to kill a tornado or tame a tornado, whatever they said.
Just soak up all the moisture.
Listen, we're going to take a bunch of diapers absorbent and we're going to drive it in. And then progressively through the movie, at first they started with 4 barrels. Then the second attempt, they had like 8 barrels.
It was like 16.
And then the last attempt, they had like a freaking 40-foot trailer with like 13 barrels on it. And I'm like, where the fuck are they getting all this shit
out of her barn?
Like, how much did she buy?
How do you have that much powder?
Like, where did you?
It's like you when you guys were doing the products for the face and you had to buy from China.
Yeah, we had to buy in bulk. Yeah, we could only buy a pallet, and it was $5,000. We got like 20 tons of this bullshit.
Like, oh,
maybe that's it.
Some stupid American is gonna buy all this shit.
Yeah, that was
ground up.
That's the
made me laugh.
about it factor.
But the other thing too is it made me laugh is like they're using legitimately scientific technology that is used to cloud seed that went wrong in Dubai recently, where they flooded Dubai.
This is real.
This is real shit. They put this chemical stuff in the air and it seeds the clouds, and then it rains, and they do all this stuff.
I know they can seed clouds.
Yeah, everything that they did in the movie is kind of practical. I don't know if it would actually work against a tornado. Obviously, there's a little bit of a stretch, but they use that shit. They use that shit, that sulfur dioxide shit or whatever.
I don't believe
they shoot that shit into the sky, man, and they create clouds and rain.
Is that with the contrail guys up there with the jets spraying the shit out behind?
Oh yeah, and it's totally natural to have a fucking grid pattern in the sky, bro. Yeah, and then next day it rains. You're like, well, that's fucking weird.
Okay, all right.
It's Vegas, man. How often does it rain? Once every 6 months.
It only rains when it gets 110 degrees. Then it gets really muddy.
Weird. During a massive heat wave, it rains.
And then it'll rain for 3 days straight, and then back to 110.
No,
Vegas, baby.
Dude, look up Dubai. They just had recently. They just had an incident where they flooded Dubai because they cloud seeded too much.
I don't give a fuck what happens in Dubai.
Well, they're doing the same shit here.
They're making islands in Dubai. Okay. They're just pouring all the garbage in the we're going to make island. We're going to make an island.
It's in the shape of a palm tree.
We're going to make a mansion on the island
of trash.
Let's go. Island. We're going to make a butterfly-shaped island. You can buy a house on its antenna.
Totally natural.
It's like, oh, okay.
Anyway.
It's going to get flooded out.
There were some funny moments. Legit enjoyable movie, but I did have some issues with the characterizations. I felt like they just kind of were too distracting. Kadish, you haven't said anything. You hated the first movie.
I don't even want to hear what he has to say.
What did you think
I already know
about
where he's going.
The reboot?
So, as you guys know, the original Twister I did not like. I loved this movie.
Yeah.
There it is.
Do you feel it, babe? Are you gonna chase it?
I'm gonna chase it. Yeah.
Why am I the one that I feel like I'm on the mountain? Because I just
You didn't like this movie?
I saw this movie twice this week.
Oh shit.
Too much country music too. Way too much country.
Nah, dude, they're in Oklahoma.
I know.
All the problems I had with the original Twister, the bad writing, the cheesy factor, the tornadoes having personalities and stuff like that, completely got rid of in this movie. It was a very well written film. The characters were believable. They had like setup and payoff. They had escalating, tension and all this stuff. It was a great disaster film. The characters were fun and interesting. I just had a really good time watching this movie.
That's good.
Shocked.
That's good.
I didn't give a shit anybody in this movie. Nobody.
You don't give a shit about the crew in the first movie either, though.
I do, though.
You don't give a crap about what the preacher does.
That is absolutely wrong.
Well, I mean, besides Dusty. But Dusty was so fucking cool. It was just because of Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I like that character. I really like almost all the characters on the ragtag crew of Storm Chasers. This crew, I just felt were a bunch of freaking losers, stoner YouTubers.
Yeah, kind of.
And for real, that's what I felt like. And
except for Tyler.
It's just
I
did not care what happened to any of these characters in this movie.
Did you guys notice Lieutenant Androgynous from Star Wars?
Oh yeah.
Who was she?
She was one of the YouTube stoner storm chasers.
She was with the dreads.
She was the manly one.
No, she was the
shocker, the manly one because she's a man.
She was also in Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah,
is that right?
Forgot that movie. I forgot if I even watched it or not.
Like the thing is that this movie never spent any time sending you like some kind of an over the top message about whatever.
You know what this movie needed?
What's that?
Needed some Sammy Hagar. Needed some music. Needed some fucking rock music.
Well, they needed a Philip Seymour Hoffman character. They needed a Dusty, that comic relief. I don't think
it kind of annoyed me when they started I know they were trying to do an homage, but they did the whole "we got twins." It's
this,
twins.
dude. This
man.
movie's all.
It's
It's,
just like,
it's beat for beat the same movie. It's the exact same movie.
It's not the exact same.
Yeah,
movie.
I mean, like the twin tornadoes came in at the same point in this
Yeah.
movie as they did in Twister, but I feel like they handled it better because basically, like, there was a decision where the characters had to choose, okay, which tornado are we going to follow? And so, like, it actually had like a payoff to it as opposed to just like cow, same cow,
Yeah.
you know?
I would have liked to have seen a cow.
I
A cow would have been a cool homage. What did we get in this movie? A fucking chicken.
Yeah, we got a chicken.
We got a
this time.
chicken.
Yeah, what's wrong with the chicken, man?
Cows are way cooler than chicken.
Eat
All
beef,
right.
not pork, or not
Eat
poultry.
beef, not chicken.
You are
That's right.
grasping at shit to hate about.
No,
this movie.
no.
Yeah, it kind of is,
Are
huh?
you telling me?
No,
God,
the Sammy Hagar.
Goddamn
Listen,
chicken.
Specific.
Are you telling me it's not cooler to see a cow going flying through the air and some dumb chicken going?
You know what I did
that
like?
falls on
And
top of the truck.
They kind of. I don't think they should have given it away in the trailer, but the oil rig tornado part.
Oh yeah,
That was
the
rad.
trailer ruined this movie.
Yeah.
You knew everything was going to happen.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
the same exact movie, man.
There was no stakes in this movie.
I liked his sidekick.
I knew who was
guy,
gonna
Boone,
live.
Which one is he?
with the headband. The guy that was in the front seat with him most of it, filming him, Boone.
I was his
Oh
camera
yeah,
guy.
the crazy. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got my phone. I mean,
Yeah, he's the filming guy.
he's the guy I want to be when I grow up. You know,
When you grow up.
he's the guy. Honestly, that we're kind of striving to be with the studio, right? It's like, I'm going to follow you around. I'm going to make videos for you.
I don't know about that. That's not real.
I see those guys at work. All these big time YouTubers.
Yeah, the
that
entourage.
have- that
The guy
have-
has the filming.
No, these guys that have they have the slot machine reel, the channels, the slot machine channels.
There's a slot machine channel.
Oh, there's tons of them.
No
We'll talk
way.
about that later.
Okay.
But they all have a guy that is basically their camera guy.
hmm
It's really funny. So I wonder what they charge their dudes to be the
I don't
camera
know.
guy. So.
Get a royalty share or something like that.
Yeah, but cows are way cooler. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. So,
Okay, the evil real estate land developer guy.
uh-huh.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but I don't understand what was so wrong with what he was doing. So they said that all of these people had no insurance, so they're left with nothing. And then he gives them money to have their land, so then they have something.
Yeah, but he's
Right.
he's
Why
not
is
giving them
that-
fair value.
Yeah, it's not for he's under
So pretend you live in
it's predatory. Predatory
Is it?
yeah, it's predatory investment.
Pretend you live in Hawaii and your town gets burned down, and the government comes in and goes, "Hey, we'll give you pennies on the dollar for what your land's
You
worth."
have
But
no
here-
other
but here-
choice.
But here's your
that's
money.
not what it seemed like he was doing.
No,
'Cause
that's
he was
what-
like, we're going to work up some numbers.
Did you guys see what I did there? With
Like,
the
to help
Hawaii?
him
I saw
out.
that.
Yeah.
That's not what he was doing.
It wasn't as they were sugarcoating it basically.
Yeah.
Because his team was like on board with it because that's where they got their funding from.
Yeah.
But they were on board with it because they were kind of sugarcoating it a little bit, which is why Javi was hiding it from.
And he
Kate.
knew it was a gray
Yeah,
area.
Javi knew
because
because
he
every
didn't want
time
her
Kate
to
was
find
around,
out.
he's like, "Hey, I gotta go talk to this guy real quick. Just stay over here." He's trying to hide it because he knows it was predatory.
Yeah, but at the same time, like one of the guys on the team was like, hey, this is my uncle. He owns that bar that just got demolished. And the guy was like, we're going to make it right.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was.
That's
blowing
that's
smoke
that
up there.
gray area that I didn't like about this movie.
Okay.
Have the bad guys be bad guys, and have the good guys
yeah,
be good
I
guys.
felt like, why
Well, you know,
is that so bad?
They did kind of like at the end make it so that the bad guys are the bad guys.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
care about those people.
Yeah, because Javi left.
you know, it's like I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to get, you know.
We need the
so-
funding. We need this. We need,
Yeah,
we need the,
It's like,
the
oh.
science because they're the money that
Stop
they
the
were
car. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Then he takes off. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Also, if you have an investor like that gave you a bunch of money for this data, you don't just get to go, tell them I'm out. I'm going to go help these people. That's not how that works.
Yeah, because that's his company, right?
Yeah.
No, you're contracted, bro.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's my biggest issue was just the gray area for the movie. I'm like, just Javi's character was too much of a gray. He needed to be either with Kate 100% or with the corporate stooges. And I think his character could have been removed. And the guy who looks just fucking like the Princess Bride dude with,
Yeah,
his,
he
stupid,
really
with
does.
his stupid little
He
hat
really
on
does.
his
Dread Pirate
polo.
Robert?
Yeah, Dread Pirate Robert. Like if he just would have been the main dude that they had to deal with on the corporate side and made the investor a little bit more predatory about like, yeah, we're going to give them pennies on the dollar for their land and take advantage of these people's, disaster.
Okay, having a line like that behind it would have made it clearer just for me because
Yeah.
I didn't understand, like, why is that so bad?
It's a gray area. It's like, is it bad? I mean, he's technically helping them, but they're displaced. Now they have a little bit of money, but they're still gonna have to go and buy a new house and all this other shit.
Do you think, and maybe I'm wrong, but do you think it's weird that they were having like this full-blown county rodeo in the middle of a storm?
No. Life goes on, even if it's tornado season.
Yeah, you just keep doing shit. Also, they mentioned
they have those things planned a year in advance.
Yeah,
they mentioned in the thing that they didn't expect it to hit that far away from where it was. They were shocked, which is the same thing that happened at the movie theater.
Yeah, it was the same thing at the drive-in. One of the big missed opportunities in this movie was when they were taking shelter in the movie theater. They should have had The Shining playing.
They should have had The Shining playing. That would have been great.
That would have been really cool.
What movie was it? I recognized it.
It was like the original Frankenstein.
Yeah,
black and white.
So there was a monster. It was another monster type horror movie.
But you know, like because this was produced by Amblin and Spielberg and essentially Universal, they had the rights to it, so it probably didn't cost them any money.
Yeah, they would have had to pay the Kubrick Foundation or something a bunch of money to have The Shining on there. Overall, I had a good time with it. I'm not super hot on it. I think it's probably, I'm going to sit around what did I do on Criticalist? I did go to criticalist.com and see my review. Let me remind myself what I wrote. I think I put it at 70%, which is rad, but not excellent.
Is the original excellent for you?
I don't think I've rated that one yet. Yeah, the original would be excellent for me. I have too much fun, but there's a lot of nostalgia though, so it's not necessarily like a fair rating. The original is nostalgic.
What did you think of the scene where they launched the fireworks up the tornado?
That was cool.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Okay, just curious.
He's a YouTuber, dude. He's looking for that sensational shit.
So.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to go do something crazy.
I'm gonna throw a rocket up his ass.
Like Kadish was in the truck. It's like we need to do something to make that tornado pop.
Yeah,
need to make it like make it.
Do you know how many views you get? Listen, man, if there was
that tornado algorithm,
if we could make a fire tornado,
this motherfucker really made a thumbnail with fireworks coming out of a tornado.
Yeah,
million clicks.
It's this week. This week, it's gonna do it. But yeah, it would just be funny.
No, that guy's YouTube channel exists because he does crazy ass shit like that. That's real. I mean,
I'm gonna make a truck that can go in the middle of a tornado.
Fuck yeah, dude!
As long as it's not over like an F2.
I'd charge tickets to be in the back seat with me. $500, you can sit in the back seat. I'll take you into a tornado.
I loved the reporter guy throughout the whole thing.
Oh, the British guy? Yeah.
He's like, I'm sure this is safe.
Totally, man.
Wasn't he the guy from the Kingsman?
I didn't recognize him, honestly.
I feel like he's the bald dude from the Kingsman.
No, that's Mark Strong. That's not
different dude.
Yeah,
I just thought this was a guy that was like really done up. But okay.
Yep.
So what's your score?
I put it at 70%, which is like 3.5 stars, I think.
Okay.
How about you?
Okay. I don't know what really to say about this movie other than I feel like it was an unnecessary reboot because I don't feel like
it's not a sequel. It's a reboot.
It's a reboot with some homages to the original that was unnecessary and that nobody asked for or really felt like they wanted.
I didn't know I needed it.
This is a typical modern day Hollywood cash grab that I didn't personally need. I didn't think it just didn't resonate with me at all. I didn't care about these characters. I didn't like the music. I didn't think the story was all that great. I thought they were reaching
the same story as the original.
But I've already seen it. This story belongs with the first movie, which I liked.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys.
I know. Yeah, we just talked about it last week.
It was good stuff, and I feel like they're kind of just taking advantage of good movies and trying to put a little bit of a modern twist on them, but they're not doing a very good job.
So they got this new actor, hotshot, handsome dude.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Glen Powell.
Glen Powell.
Okay.
I admit he's a good-looking dude.
What they were missing, they were missing the Helen Hunt.
So Daisy.
Kate was fine, but I don't think she, as an actress, I don't think she brought enough.
Daisy Edgar-Jones has kind of got a little bit of a Helen Hunt kind of thing.
She looks a little bit, yeah.
She's not Helen Hunt.
In comparison, like Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt together on screen,
Fire.
They were both on. Yeah. They were both up here.
Yeah.
This I feel like was way one-sided on the Powell's guy.
These two can't even. They're not even in the same league.
Should have been Sydney Sweeney.
It should have been Sydney Sweeney.
Maybe.
I would watch the shit out of that movie.
It just. I feel like this was an unnecessary movie.
Yeah.
That I didn't ever want or need.
Okay.
And I don't feel like they did anything to improve from the last one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be right around probably 2.5 stars.
Oh, like 50%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like I don't care if I ever see this again.
Okay.
But I'll watch the original Twister on the regular. If it's on TV,
It's because it's Bill Paxton.
maybe.
And
I think
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I got a bit of a man crush on Bill. I do. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
You know, he has a special place in my nerd world.
Sure. That's fair.
So
I mean, this guy was from Maverick.
none of these people do.
That guy's from Maverick, man.
Yeah, man.
The movie made you cry.
Yeah.
All right, Jude, what you got?
I like you, but you're crazy.
No, you're crazy.
I totally disagree with, I think everything that you said.
That's okay.
So this movie was a project that Bill Paxton himself was trying to get made up until the time that he died.
A sequel, really?
Yeah, he was.
Well, that would have been a way different movie.
Really trying to get a sequel made, and then they had a bunch of complications, and then when he died, it got pushed back again, and then they finally made this movie. And then I read an article the other day that his son actually made an appearance in it because it was so important to his dad. He wanted to like pay homage to him and be a part of it, like just to continue having a Paxton in the Twister movie because it was so important to his dad. I thought the chemistry between Kate and Tyler was great. I loved how it built up.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with you that I think Javi was a really annoying character throughout the whole thing. I just found him really whiny throughout the whole thing. The science, as always, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
This is about the tornadoes, and I found it so fun. I thought everything that Glen Powell did throughout the entire movie was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it when they switched to like the live feed.
The POV,
yeah, it was great. I thought it was so much fun, and it made me want to like country music. I thought it was that much fun. I had a great time with it. I saw it twice this week. I went by myself, and then we went with the whole family. I had a great time. I thought it was super fun. I give this movie 3.5 twins.
A triplet.
Which is 6. 6 tornadoes. 7.
Nice. All right, cool. Kadish, how about you?
Yeah, this movie fixed all the problems I had with the original Twister. I feel like it was a very well-written movie. I liked the acting in it. I liked the characters. I liked the story. It had, like I said before, it had like a very good kind of like build up, and the final tornado was actually like the final boss of the movie, where there was stuff that was actually at stake that had to be like, you know, overcome to save people. Whereas in the original Twister, it was just like, oh, can we get these sensors up into this huge tornado type thing? So I had a lot of fun with it. It was entertaining movie, which is very rare nowadays. It was no politics in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just,
that was a good part.
That's a big thing.
That was nice.
yeah. It was just a straight up popcorn film.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give it 4 stars because
Wow.
I had a really good time.
That's awesome.
You are so confusing to me. I just don't understand you at all.
That's hilarious.
Hey, if you feel it,
Chase
it.
Whatever.